Margaret, and yes, I'm bringing you another haul video. I just can't help it. I went out this morning to a garage sale, and I know you guys have heard me talk about this lady before. She is a home organizer, and whenever she's done organizing these people's homes, she takes the things that they've discarded, and then she has garage sales on the side to earn some extra money. So when she has a good amount of stuff, she sends out a text to people that have been regulars to give us a heads up that she's got a garage sale coming up this weekend. And usually, you know, she's got some stuff Friday, and then she's got more stuff she hauls out for Saturday. So anyway, I got the text from her Thursday that she was having this garage sale 7 a.m. Friday morning, and then also on Saturday as well. So I know from experience that the last time I showed up at 7 o'clock, some of her regulars had already been through. So I thought to myself, I'm going to get there or leave the house at 6:45 so that I can make sure that I'm there. And I know everybody looks for different things, but she said when I showed up, she'd had a saddle and somebody had come and gotten that, and she sells her stuff really cheap. So I always find really great stuff at amazing prices. You can't even begin to imagine. So I left the house this morning. I ended up leaving the house about 6:35, and I'm so glad I did because I checked on the Garage Sailor app, and it was posted on there. Sometimes she doesn't have it on there. And so I knew other people were seeing this on the Garage Sailor app. This is a long story, but anyway. So I'm like, whew, I'm glad I left the house early. And as I'm driving there, before 6:45, her dad's out putting the signs. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's on. As soon as those signs go up, boom, you know people are on their way, you know. So then I didn't feel so bad that I was really early. So I got there, and she had tons of stuff, you guys. I spent $40 total, $40. And I'll show you this is a big bag of clothes. Mostly kids' clothes, but some went ladies' clothes, which, again, I have not said I sold. So this is a big, oh, and there's a purse there. It says, I see candy in my future, and it's like a handmade purse. There's also a teddy bear in there that's going to the booth. I'll show you one thing, too. And then this is like an M&M's, like rain slicker poncho thing. But anyway, so everything I got was $40. So all of those, and a lot of those kids' clothes are boutique type clothes. I have other clothes that I picked up from her that were also boutique type kids' clothes. And my plan for that, originally I was going to send them into swap.com and try that out. But the thing I noticed with Swap is that once you send your items in, it can take 30 to 60 days for them to process and have them up on the site. That's 2 months, you know? So I decided I went out with my friend Kelly the other day, and what she does is she goes to a high-end kids consignment store that is not too far from here, and there are a couple around. So she hits this first particular one because they usually pay out more. She takes her clothes there, and then they go through it, and whatever they don't take, she takes to the next one, and then they go through it and take whatever they're going to take, and then the rest she takes to donate. So I think what I'm going to do is go through and figure out how much I spent on everything, so I know kind of going in what I've got into it, and then take it and go around. But I need to wash to make sure. I mean, they're all really clean because I won't pick up stuff that's real pilly or soiled or anything like that I have to put a lot of energy into because clothing's not my thing. I wash my own clothes, and then they sit in a big basket because I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I have better things to do than put my laundry away. My husband is good at it, though. So anyway, you're here for a haul video, not about my laundry habits. Okay, so first I'll show you the things I'm keeping. Remember, $40 for everything you're going to see here today. My little one loves Mr. Men books, and they're kind of hard to find. My mom ordered him a set, and then I picked them up. I have some that I picked up when I was in England. So here were 3 Little Miss books. There's Mr. Men and there's Little Miss, you know, and they have a whole bunch like on the back. Mr. Bump, Mr. Tickle, all of that. So these were for him. And then I kept, this book has really amazing, really amazing graphics and stuff. Man gave names to all the animals. And that one was going okay. Then I got a bunch of Octonauts books. And these kind of things, like I would have picked up anyway, even if my kids had not seen them and said they wanted them, because these are awesome to sell on local garage sale sites. If they're nice hardback books, you can do really well with them. Same thing with board books, like really nice kids board books, if they're not all torn up and chewed up. I also always pick up Dr. Seuss books because, one, if my kids don't have them in their library, then I can, you know, resell them because they tend to do pretty well on local garage sale sites as well. So those are the ones that we are keeping. Oh, where's that? Hey, do you know where the kids put that TIE fighter? Is it in James's room? I need to show you that TIE fighter. The kids grabbed it, but they're not allowed to keep it. Just saying. Is it over there? I'm wired in, or I'd go get it. And then I got some Legos and some not Legos. So this was a little baggie. She knows that I'm always looking for Legos, so she grabbed some and set them aside for me. But there are some minifigs in here. This dude. There's some pieces of minifigs. There it is. You want to fly it in, Dad? So it's broken, but look at it. Randy thinks that it was like it had a handle or something right there. Because look, it looks like there was something on there. And then this top piece opens up. And you said you didn't see any markings on it, right, Rand?
No.
Like any toy makers or anything. So
maybe there was.
We'll have to look at it. But I walked by this thing like 3 times before I realized what it was because it was not put together. It was in pieces. Let me take it apart. It was like sitting like so on the table. And I walked by it like 3 times and didn't even look at it. And then thank goodness I was there early. And then I was like, hang on a minute, that looks really familiar. So I have got to figure out, I don't think it's too old at all. But this is just a big question mark. My kids have, oh, here it is. Disney Parks. Okay, cool. So it's not that old. Disney Parks. I don't see a date and blah, 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 blah. Well, I'll have to look it up some more. So it was a Disney Parks thing, which I didn't look up because I forgot the kids grabbed it and was like, can we play with it? Can we just play with it for a little bit? Like, fine. Anyway, so that's, now I've lost my place with where I was going. Okay, Legos. So these ones, some of these are not Legos in here, but there are some swords that are, and there are some minifigs that are, and pieces. So we'll kind of have to just go through it. And then there's like a little stormtrooper, random little stormtrooper in there. Can you see him? So, and then there was another bag that was Lego, and it was a little doodad like that, and that had 50 cents on it. So most of the time, like the clothing, she gives it to me from anywhere from between 75 cents to 25 cents, 20 to 75 cents per item. So that's about what the clothes were going for. The TIE Fighter, I don't know, she just kind of punched it in, and we all just went with it because, like I said, it was $40 for everything, and I'm not near done. This was also there. It's a Paris, France, I believe it's pewter bottle opener. But let me come over here. I didn't see one exactly like it. Let me scoochies. At all. But I typed in all of this stuff. But it also has a little barcode, which did not scan up as anything. But it, this is Canada, isn't it? That's what that C stands for. Canada. Oh gosh, I'm afraid I'm going to click the wrong thing. Hang on. I got so many tabs open, you guys. I'm going to have to be like, hey, I'm over in the corner. Nobody puts market in the corner. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to put, $10 or $15 on this, maybe more. We'll see. But I couldn't. These are the kinds of things that popped up when I popped it in there, when I searched it. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. Do you need me to pause? You going? Okay. Randy's going for his run. Go, Randy, go. Okay, I'm gonna have to like squeeze in over here. There he goes. I picked up, this is for Tanya. I didn't know it was going to be for her, but it looked like her. She likes these blingy hats like that. And this one had owls on it. And it was, it has this, what do you call that? Where it's kind of like aged looking. And it already, still has the tags, camo. And it's still like new. It has the cardboard on the inside. So when I saw that, I thought of her. Where is it? There it is. Like cute. It's not really my style because I don't really do that. I don't really wear that, but I thought of her. Woo! But I did mess up my hair. All right, so next item up is a pig. Look at it. It's a wooden pig that is drooling. And it has this marking on the back, which I have zero idea about. It's metal. This metal marking on the back and his little piggy tail. So, yeah. I mean, if one of those things, if you know anything about this, I just thought he was so unusual, and he's wooden, and he's just amazing. So if I don't sell him online, I might. He's too cute to go to the booth. Just look at that face. So yeah, so there's that little fella. Now, okay, let's go back to what are we looking at here? Okay, so books. You know how I feel about vintage books and things. So here I picked up this book, How Many Dragons Are Behind the Door. And it's kind of all over the place, but I looked it up on Amazon. So here it is, used like new, good. I mean, it's got good, prices over here on FBA. But looking at, here on eBay, not so much. So somebody had asked me, how do you decide where you're going to put it? Well, that's how I decide. Where am I going to send it? $6? $30? Now, the sales rank may not be great, but I'm not too worried about that because, oh gosh, why did I do that? I just am not. So, there. Okay, next up. It'll get better. That's that book again. So here we go. See, $10, $11. That's on Etsy. I have stacks of vintage books in there that I need to go through. Okay, so here's a brand that you can look for. This is a game, and there is a brand called Simply Fun, and it's sort of like the Pampered Chef of games. They are consultants, they host parties, and they have games, and they're super duper expensive. And I have some because I went to a party. Your friends have parties, and you just help them out. So I saw this game, Simply Fun, take your pick. I don't have this game, but I looked on Amazon because this is new and sealed. I looked there first, and it's going for $22.99. But my wonder is there are certain brands that their licenses are really strict, and so I don't know if I'd be able to sell it. You know what I mean? Because some brands, like I said, they're only allowed to be sold by their licensed people. So if I cannot send it in, then I know I can get money for it on a local garage sale site. If it's not, I'm going to look it up on eBay. Let's see if there are any Simply Fun games up, or if they slap them down. Simply Fun game. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, these are Simply Fun. Let's check the solds. Sold listings. So yeah, this is something, be on the lookout for these Simply Fun games. I have this one, Garden Digger. Yeah, I have that one. This is that same one, Digger's Garden Match. See, but look at that. It's used, $19.99, good condition. Here's take your pick. Look at that, 99 cents. Where do you think I'm going to send it? Amazon or eBay? Yeah, I would not sell it for 99 cents on eBay because I know for a fact I can get more for it on a local garage sale site. But like I said, take a look. These Simply Fun games go for good money. So if you see them, and this is what the little logo looks like, Simply Fun, like that. They're worth picking up usually. Check them out. See, $6.99. Some of them not as good as others. But the fun thing about them is that they're educational, and some of them, require reading. Some of them don't. Anyway, I'm not their spokesperson. Why am I giving you a pitch? Then I picked up a vintage Boggle game, and I checked it out, and all the pieces are in there. I'm super, super happy about that. And again, the prices are kind of all over the board with this game. So this is on Etsy, and people have it from $20 to $8 to, but of course, I'm going to go higher. But if you look, this guy's picture is nicer because you get to see all the bits and everything. This one's got a nice picture too. So I don't know. I'd probably put it at the $15 mark. And then these are sold on eBay. So somebody sold it on eBay for $18.95, and then somebody else sold it for $7.99. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What am I saying? I don't even know. Okay. And then Folk Manus is another brand to look for. If you don't know, they make puppets. And I found this ladybug at the garage sale as well. I think she charged me 50 cents or something for it. Here's the tag to look for. They make really high-end puppets. If I can get that tag to show you. Folk Manus. And then that says Folk Tales. Folk Manus, Folk Tales. So yeah, they make really high-end type puppets and things. And again, even if I bought it for 50 cents, if it didn't turn up good online, I know I could sell this probably for $5 on a local garage sale site. It's in really good shape. It's a ladybug, good subject matter. Ooh, my son's kindergarten teacher collects ladybugs. Maybe, I bet she's got this though. But still, she could use it in a puppet center or something. Yeah, her kid. Wow, I'm just like telling you my life story. Okay, so yeah, but these are not solds. I noticed that the solds were not as fancy or whatever, you know. They were different ones. They were like finger puppets and stuff. And that's a different one. This is not the same one as I've got. But here's one, $12.99. Somebody took a best offer on that. So we'll see. I felt pretty confident whether or not. Okay, now we're getting in. Did I tell you about the Dungeons and Dragons stuff? Did I tell you that there was like piles and piles of Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing game books? I should have led with that because I should have. First, let's see. There were some cards. These are the cards, and they are Dragonlance and Forgotten Realms. And they were in a magazine, I guess. You know, it says there that, why are these cards in your magazine? Blah, blah, blah. Because I couldn't find them. So I'm probably going to put them up like as an auction item because I really don't know any more about them. Are these sold? Yes, these are sold, of other like type cards that are like that. But these are cut apart like promotional items that were in a catalog, or a magazine or something. So we'll see. Maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. Next up is this Magnus game. You know, and I looked everything up, and it's this random board game. You just never know. That's what I have learned. Magnus, and then there's other bits that go with it. It didn't have a box or anything. But again, I couldn't find much about it except for this 1989 Magnus. It gives the info. This is on a site called Board Game Geek. And it doesn't say no items found on Marketplace, like none found on eBay. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that either. That's okay. I had so much fun researching this stuff, you guys. If you don't know, my older brother is a D&D guy, and he's played D&D since he was in junior high, I think, in the 80s. And he still does a lot of role-playing games and such. So here, this is Asterix. And I have some of their books in French. So Die Golden Sickle, but I think this one's German. Die Golden Sickle. And this book, these are sold, right? Yep. So here we see it sold for $19.31. Mind you, everything you're going to see here today I got for $40. So here's one that sold for $8.27, $23. So I'm probably going to go in the $15 range because I'm seeing them anywhere from $8 up to more, $20. So that's that book. Awesome. Things that look like nothing end up being something. That's what I love. And then this is like just like a pamphlet-y looking thing, Marvel Superheroes Day of the Octopus. I see it here, $1 bid on it. I don't know about that because I wouldn't list it for $1. So what might end up happening is it would end up going in a lot with something else. Because I'm not going to put something up for $1. Why? And then these two babies, again, I didn't even know Marvel did role-playing games. So this is Marvel Campaign Book and Battle Book for their role-playing game. And there's a lot here. This one sold for $13.95. This one, somebody took a best offer after $15. So already you guys can see I'm definitely going to make my money, my $40 back. And I still have a pile to show you. Look at all my tabs. That'll show you. Oh my gosh, right? Hang in there, hang in there. Okay, so this is another role-playing game that I'd never heard of. Traveler 2300. Look at that girl. Guy looks all like heavy duty. He's like in armor. He's going to be protected. Look at her though. She's like, I'm sorry, being hot is more important, but my little weird dragon thing pet will protect me. He's got the helmet on and everything, but yeah. All right. Whatever. Don't get me started. Anyway, they really like her though. She's on the back too, so I'm guessing she survives. But the only thing is that the dice are missing, okay? I went through and realized that the dice are missing from the game. There's another one too that I have like it. So we'll see how it goes because most of these guys, either they really want the game because it's a collector thing or they already have dice. They keep it in their bag. I know. My brother has a dice bag. He keeps all his dice in it. So maybe it won't matter that the dice are missing. But yeah, you can see like $30, $34. So I'm probably still going to put this up for, $15 to $20, even though it is missing the dice. Because, gamers have like a 6-sided die, like lots of them. So 4 6-sided die is missing a 10-sided die. Easy. And then here, this is a binder Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Monstrous Compendium Volume 1. And I kind of expected it to go for more, but these are sold listings $10 there on that one, $7. That one doesn't have the binder. But yeah, so this one looks like it's pretty fancy. So I think, you know, I can easily get $10 on this. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't add up what I think I'm going to make on everything, but I'm going to probably do really, really, really well. Uh-oh, Randy's coming back. He must have hurt himself. Or not. Who knows? And then some comic books. There are more Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I just kind of went out of order. Now, my qualm here is I don't know if I can sell it because I am a Neil Gaiman fan, and I don't have this. Neil Gaiman is an awesome author. And you've probably heard of him, or even if you haven't heard of him, have you seen Coraline? He wrote Coraline. What else did he write that you might know? He's a really amazing author. And we got to go hear him speak in Austin. So anyway, goodness gracious. This is going to be a long one. Buckle up. Here comes. He's trying to open the door quietly. Isn't he nice? Hey, how's it going? You okay? That was short. Oh, man. Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'll talk to you about it in a minute, or do you need me? Okay. So yeah, this one, it might end up staying with me. Let's see, are these sold? Yeah, these are sold up here, but it might, yeah, these ones down here are not. It might stay with me because it's a Neil Gaiman. And it looks like there's more authors than just him, but yeah. And then there are, let's see what else we got. Another comic, it's a Green Lantern. Some comics are hits and some are misses. And so this one, again, I probably wouldn't list it for $1.75, so this might end up in my, you know, pile if I do a lot, like with the other one that's not worth that much. It'll end up in a lot with that. Let's check out the next one, Superman. And this one, $3.95. Again, I'm not going to list something for $3.95. I will not because it's not worth my time. So again, that would go in the lot. There's another one, Grendel Tales. And is that a Neil Gaiman one too, or no? There was another Neil Gaiman one. I don't know if Grendel Tales was. No. Again, this would go in a lot because I'm not going to take this. Thank you. So yeah, this would end up in the lot because I'm not going to list it for that cheap. Cheap-a-leap. Cheap-a-leap. Okay, next these are some other comic books called Book of Magic. And this is why I say it's worth looking up. Because this one, there's a whole lot of them. And it's missing like one, like number 4 or something. Number 3 is missing out of the 9. So it's got 1 through 9 except for number 3. But I started looking them up individually because some of them are actually worth money by themselves. So here, what is that one? Number 9. This is 9, 10, and 11. But they only picture, this is why I don't like when they do this. They need to show the picture of everything because now I'm confused. I thought this one was worth something, but maybe not. So but that's fine. It'll make me, oh look, it is the 3 of them. So the 3 of them went for $11.99. Well, that makes my life easier. But yeah, it's worth looking up to see if they're worth something individually. But it looks like these ones, I'm going to lot that set up of the Book of Magic. So, what else have we got? Oh, that's the Book of Magic still, because I was looking them up to show you. Doop-a-doo. Still Book of Magic. And, oh gosh, did I skip over some stuff? Here we go. These ones are 0 hour. Again, I don't know anything about comic books or anything like that. But when I saw, I mean, she scooped up all of the comic books and some of the other books and just put in like $4.50, you know, $4.50. So I was like, I can't argue with that. I will take them, and some are worth money and some are going to be lotted up, and I will definitely make my money back. So that's cool. So yeah, these will get lotted up. See here, like 0, oh, this is 0 through 4. So I don't know if I'll lot these up by themselves or I'm going to put them with the other ones that I'm going to create the lot with just because. Okay. Okay, and then this Book of Magic, this is a big compilation book. And this one also I'm not sure about because there's that name again, Gaiman, Neil Gaiman. He's my bro. I like his stuff. But this one, you know, it's, well, see like that right there, 99 cents? No way. $4.95, closer. So I will probably end up hanging on to this one. This one though went for $10. See, I would sell it for $10. So that's the thing. I'll have to look and see. Do I want to keep it, or do I want? If I sell it, it'll go up for, you know, $10 or more. Let me see what if there's some that are. Looks like we'll see $9.75, 10, 16. Okay, so you get the idea. You just. And even if I decided not to do it and just redonate or whatever those, or put them in my booth, I'm fine with it because of the other things I have gotten. There's going to be some duds in the group. No big deal. All right, I'm going a little quicker. Good. So here we have this one, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master Guide. Looks like this. And it's a big, thick one, hardback. And so these are solds. So $17. Gosh, I know this book. My brother had that book. $18.50. So it looks like, see, I'm not going to put it for $8.50 because most of the other ones are going for like $20, you know, or closer to the $20 range. So I might actually list mine for, you know, $24.95 or $24.99, and then, you know, have best offer on there because that's just the way it goes. Some people are happy to just go ahead and pay it, and some people will send me a best offer. That was the hat that fell. And then next up, another role-playing game that I had never heard of called Rifts. And this book is messed up. I mean, it's really seen some play. Look at her. In another life, maybe I could be her. She reminds me of Tank Girl, and I love Tank Girl. You know what? Now that I look at her, she does not remind me of Tank Girl. I take that back. Yeah, so it's interesting because I am amazed at people's imagination that comes up with this stuff. I am, okay? I flip through these and I just think, wow, somebody came up with this whole world, and I think that's awesome. So here's an eBay sold, this is a sold listing for $10.99, and their book is in used. Look, cover has significant amount of wear, blah, blah, blah. So does mine. $10.99. That's cool. I can do that. And then this one's on Etsy, and it is really torn up. So that was $5. This is C for Canada, right? C is for Canada. That's good enough for me. C is for Canada. It's good enough for me. Anyway, so here we go. Another one. Marvel Superheroes Flames of Doom. This is a sold listing for $9.99. And awesome. So yeah, it is, like I said, worth looking up the titles just to find out. $9 sold right there. So that's cool. Next up, I have Marvel Superheroes. Game of What If? Okay, yeah, but mine looks like this. It doesn't have the cover. So I don't know if it lost the cover or what. I am guessing that that's what happened because I have a cover of something else over here with no book. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I going to put this in a lot, or am I going to try to sell it as is? Because the prices are okay, but I don't know if people are going to want it like so. I don't know. I may ask my brother and ask his advice because he may know better than me. And then here's another one, Marvel Superheroes Judge's Book. Why do I have, I'm not seeing what I'm thinking. Again, like, it doesn't have, like, the cover. I'm confused. I don't know. So, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Those may end up in a lot. And then this is Dungeon Geomorphs. And it is kind of pulled apart. I don't know, if it just from play, so much play. But look at this one down here. $22.72. And this is just for parts of the mazes. Because look, all it is, hang on, let me show you, is this. Like, so if you're planning out a game, like let's say you're the Dungeon Master, and you are planning out how you're going to have the game go, the game flow, you have your maps of it all set, So, I don't know. We'll see. We are looking at the different prices, and look, some are really high. Wow. Whoa. Look at that. And it doesn't look like, if you would see that, like seriously, if you saw this, you would think it is just some sort of like, I don't even know, like a pamphlet of things, but it's not. So it's worth, when you see this role-playing game stuff, pick it up. Pick it up. Here we go, another D&D book. Dungeons and Dragons Expert Rule Book. And here, that one took a best offer. I don't like that price. I don't like that price either. So, yeah, I don't like that price either. But here, I do have this book. So if no, that's not the same one. Darn it. Darn it. Is it not? No, that's not. Okay. It's lotted up with this other one, and that does really well. But so I'll have to see. But look, here, this one. This is what I don't get. Like, here's $20. And then there's like all these people selling it for like $3, $4. See? Look. I will probably list it, but I'll probably put it at the like $13, $14 mark, and we'll just kind of go from there because the prices are kind of all over the place. Next up, I hope you're enjoying this because I had so much fun looking this up. I was like in geek heaven. Here's these two, Dungeons and Dragons. Let me get it where you can see me. This is a player's manual. This is the Dungeon Master's rule book. So they look like that. And then if they're allotted together, I'm seeing $9.99. These are solds. But here's one by itself for $13, $15. So yeah, I'm going to lot these up and I'll probably, man, I don't understand why there's some of them are high and some are low. They just bounce all around. How do they look over here? Yeah, I will lot these together and sell them for higher. Because here's one for $30. Bye. And then another D&D. This one was $20. Dungeons and Dragons Monster and Treasure Assortment. So right here, that one sold for $20. And there were not a lot of them. But see, oh gosh, okay. Look at that. $7.99, $15, $2, $1. No. The further down I scroll, the worse it looks. 16. See, look what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going high. You know me. Same thing over here. Here's all these. This is just Google search though. Of what's available. And then here we have another Dungeons and Dragons. I'm telling you, she had a bunch, and I grabbed them up quick. And this is just a Google search too, just to kind of give me an idea of what people are selling them for. And that's the combo. I got both of those, like that. The Master and the Player. So as you can see, I think I'm going to do okay. And here's another Traveler. 2,300. I wonder if these go in that box. I'll have to look and see if that box is missing some books. Because maybe. Now this was a mystery to me. I found this in the pile, and it's thick, right? And it doesn't, I mean, maybe it's missing the cover or something, but it's hole punched and everything. But when you open the first page, Gamer's Handbook of the Marvel Universe. And it's really nice. I mean, it's got awesome illustrations, and each person has their page. So you know, why is it hot chicks and creepy weird monsters? Like on that other one. There's like Merlin and, you know, just Eggman, whatever his name is. So yeah, it's cool. But there's no cover, no UPC, nothing. And I couldn't find any of them just like that. But I'm seeing this one, I mean, maybe the cover is just missing. I don't know. So again, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know what the cover's supposed to look like. This is what I guess it's supposed to look like. Anyway, next up, we have got the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Priest Handbook. Okay, so Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Priest Handbook, and this one, again, these are sold, so I probably put it around the $10 mark, because I see it for $5, $10, but I will probably go higher, because that's me. And then this is the Wizard one, Complete Wizard Handbook. Again, same kind of deal, like between $5 and $10. I mean, I guess I could lot them together, but I don't know if people would look for those, want those two together, you know what I mean? So that was fine. That was fine with me. Okay, next up, that's the Wizard one. It was, history, edit, undo. Can I undo that? Let me open that last one back up that I closed, recently closed, Amazon. Because I was looking at the price on Amazon for it. Oh, okay, it was only like $5. Okay. And then here, look at this. Look at this. This is a book. No, this is not a book. This is this game. Again, This is the game, Twilight 2000, or another role-playing game. It's missing the dice. I know where those dice are. They're in that gamer's dice bag. This, if it was totally sealed up and everything, it would be worth way more. But it's not. Used, acceptable. $15, still okay. But like I said, missing the dice. And then this book. I know a lot of people say they don't scan fiction, and I will. I mean, especially if it looks like, excuse me. I will scan fiction, you know, especially if it looks like something like super sci-fi or different, or, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to scan like Fried Green Tomatoes or Gone Girl or books that they're like a dime a dozen or they were on the New York Times bestseller list. But I will look at books that look like they're vintage, or maybe they're sci-fi, or things that look like they're maybe a little more unique. So this was in there, and I almost didn't get it because I keep hearing people say, oh gosh, I'm not going to do fantasy or, I mean, fiction. But I was like, you know what? It's probably going to be like a dime. She's going to charge me for this thing. So I got it. Thank goodness. Because then I came over and scanned it with my app on my phone. And here, new and used, $35. Okay, these are, okay, this is not FBA. So this is different. I want to show you FBA. Doop-a-doo. Come on now. Work with my, this thing is always, hang on. There. From this price. Okay, that's awesome. But what I want to look at is FBA. There's nobody selling this book on FBA right now. Nobody. Awesome. That means that I will be the only person selling at FBA. Yes, there's a person merchant fulfilling for $1.93. But then from there, everybody's selling it for $30 or more. Okay, and if I'm going to be the only person selling this book on Amazon FBA, you know that I'm going to go high with it. And yeah, it's got some flaws down there, but for the most part, a little yellowing to the pages, and that's it. So it doesn't hurt. I mean, yeah, you don't want to spend all day scanning, you know, or fiction books that are just worthless, but it can happen. I've sold some Stephen King books that are, well, they were hardback, you know, earlier editions. They're worth looking at, you know. Next up, this is A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy comic book. And these are not sold. They're just sort of, I did a Google search just to see what the prices were at. Sometimes I just do that just because it's easier and quicker. Gives me an idea of a price point because I don't always go by solds because sometimes people low or undercut things. So yeah, I see it. I mean, I might put it for, you know, $9.99 or something like that. We'll see. And then I think this might be the last one. It is the last one. And this is a Batman. Like so. Batman, Master of the Future graphic novel. And it looks super intense. And again, this is just a Google search on my numbers. So, but I'm seeing it anywhere from $3.50 all the way up to $10. So I know where my price point is going to probably fall because of who I am. So, okay, that's it. That was my haul, and I think I told you about everything. Yeah, so I went to another garage sale yesterday and picked up some jewelry and a few things to take up to the antique booth. What I did was this lady had a big bucket full of dollar jewelry, and I picked out some really nice looking pieces that I could easily tag to put at my booth that probably I wouldn't necessarily put up on eBay and Etsy because they don't look vintage or super, I don't know. People ask me how I decide, and I just don't know. It's just something in me tells me. So, okay. Well, thanks so much for watching my really amazing haul. I think it's amazing. I know this is probably long. I have no idea how long it's been, but I'm super excited about it. I have lots of D&D and role-playing game stuff that I'm going to get listed now, and I think I will very easily overtake my $40 and make quite a good amount of profit off of this stuff. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I will talk to you later. Make sure you go out and enjoy yourselves. Bye.